What it do, T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I am here with Cherita for a new episode of It Started with Wanda, because Lord knows
Hey,
it.
man.
All right, today we're going to be discussing the Roberto and Juan Dixon scandal, because it has
Hold
been
on.
scandalous.
When you address him, you say his whole name, Keisha. Roberto, Clifford, Henry, Paul, Percy, Michael, Jackson, Dixon. That's
Okay,
his name.
I apologize. I sincerely apologize that I disrespected that man. I meant no
Right.
ill intent. I
Yeah.
meant no ill intent.
I know. It's okay.
T Squad, y'all have heard me give my 2 cents about this, but with more and more news that continues to come out from this fallout, it just continues to enrage me. So I was like, friend, and my friend said, huh? And I said, girl, we need to do a video about this. And she was like, we sure do. We sure do, because I got a lot to say. And I was like, me too. So that's why we're here. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to let you kick it off because they didn't hear it from me.
Well, friend.
No. Let me ask you a question first.
Okay.
How did you feel when the news broke and Roberto admitted that Juan had an affair and that she supposedly, allegedly knew about it before filming season 7? How did you feel when it first broke last Monday?
I felt bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray.
Whoa!
In the words of our uncle, the formidable El-Haj Malik El-Shabazz, better known to the world as one of the most prolific figures of our time, Malcolm X.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That is how I
Plymouth
felt.
Rock didn't land on us. It landed on Robyn's back.
Roberto. It landed on Roberto. And I was disgusted. And I felt disrespected as a supporter and avid viewer of Potomac. I felt bad for the viewers. I felt bad for the network. Yep. I was disappointed in her, and I was disappointed in him and his hoe Jezebel, aka Hoselle. And I don't know how much. I still don't know how much. Hold on, this is my dad. Hold on, let me make sure everything okay. Hold on. Hey, Dad, you okay? Oh yeah, Beyonce just got album of the year.
Oh, she won?
He talking about they got all the old. My dad called me talking about they got all the old rappers on this joint. Listen, Dad, you should be calling me talking about Beyonce got album of the year. You said you.
It was on. I just turned it back on 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, she got album of the year. It's her first time getting it, and now she officially has the most Grammys in Grammy history.
Did you know Blue Ivy coming out with one too there?
Well, that's my goddaughter, so you know.
Right. How old is Blue Ivy got to be about now? What? She about what?
She's probably like 11, 10, 11, something like that. But Dad, I'm going to call you back. I'm on the phone. She 11, but I'm going to call you back.
Just call me but you watching this.
Okay. All right. People can't be calling. The parents can't be calling you late when they supposed to be in bed.
Don't they scare you?
Scare the shit out you. The fuck.
We at that age, you can't call at certain times.
Yeah, I'm sitting here talking shit about that man Robert, and anyway, sorry, T Squad.
Can I leave this in the video because this is funny that your daddy
That's so ghetto. That's my dad, Joe. That's my dad. Oh, fun fact. My dad shares a birthday with Beyonce.
Oh, wow.
That's how
she hasn't won album of the year yet.
But that's what we were screaming about.
She just broke the record.
Oh, so she got 4. Oh, my bad. Let me text my dad to tell him I was lying. Well, hopefully I spoke that into existence for sis.
Yeah, because it's still on right now.
Okay. Anyway.
Back to Roberto.
Back to Roberto. I felt bad for his castmates because it is extremely unfair and disrespectful for you to withhold information when you are being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to be completely transparent and open about what is taking place in your life. And in the words of Candy Eyes, Dillard Bassett, while we reserve the right to be judicious about what we share, there's a difference between being reserving the right to be judicious and outright lying. To me, things that are off limits are children. Things that are off limits is maybe if you contracted some type of venereal disease, or something like that. Maybe saving yourself the embarrassment. But there have been, you know how many housewives, I wouldn't even be able to sit here and add up on my fingers and toes how many housewives have gotten whose husbands have cheated on them or boyfriends have cheated on them, and they had to openly discuss it and go through a season dealing with that. We can't count how many people have gone through that. Why do you think that you're exempt from that? Why do you think that you are special and that you got enough credentials to escape the harsh reality of your harsh reality? No, it don't work that way. Yeah. And I want to play a clip from Reasonably Shady, friend. Just a small clip.
Well, why are you finding it?
I don't know. I have it. I already have it.
Go ahead.
But I didn't tell Keisha I was playing the show, and Keisha has not heard this, and she does not listen to the podcast. I listened to this. This is from November, and I screenshotted it because I knew I wanted to talk about it with Keisha at some point. But let me just play this clip for y'all, and let me know if you can hear it clearly, Keisha.
Sorry, cut it out.
Yeah, we hear it.
All right, do you have a Reasonably Shady moment, Robyn? I do, and it's more like it's a. Do we call it shady or sad or whatever? I don't know. So, it's more of this nonsense that we have to deal with people, just hating us for doing our jobs on a TV show. I was at a basketball game. Juan's season is in full swing.
Yes, Coppin State.
Yes, they're doing well. Thank God. We were at a game in Washington, D.C. at the Capital One Arena.
Okay.
We were playing against Georgetown University. And my sister-in-law was in the bathroom. It was the end of the game. So my sister-in-law went to the bathroom and she comes out and she has this look on her face. Like she just saw a ghost. And she was like, yo, this is so crazy. It's these two girls in the bathroom and they're talking about you. And they're saying, saying all this stuff about you. And the one girl said, if her kids weren't here with her, I would go up to her and knock her hat off of her head and blah, blah, blah. And my sister-in-law was like, oh my God. She's like, oh my God, thank God I was pregnant because, her first reaction would have been to confront these girls, you know, or just say, whatever. But that really messed with me. The fact that now I don't really feel safe in my community.
Right.
I don't feel safe going to a basketball game because there are people looking at me and over here talking about what they want to do to me.
Right. That's horrible.
It's horrible.
Based off of what they see on The Real Housewives of Potomac.
On a highly edited Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes.
I can make that my shady moment, but I'm going to let that go because, I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, keep your little job.
Yes. But on a highly edited show that is pretty much,
it's
about
for entertainment.
It's about entertainment.
Drama, entertainment, yes.
And drama is the underlying theme.
Yes.
And you want to go up to me and physically get in my space?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I'm just, letting anyone know that thinks that they want to do something to me. Yeah, I'm signing up for jujitsu, Krav Maga,
Taekwondo.
Yes, Krav Maga. I want to Krav Maga your ass. You get anywhere near me, okay?
You'll get Taekwondo done.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, but we're joking about it, but all jokes aside, that's not funny. We're on a television show. And you cannot get so worked up about whatever it is that you see on this show that you want to physically harm us.
Right.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm going to end it there. Now, I do want to say that I don't condone violence. And I do want to say that I don't want any of you to go up to a man and try to attack a man because that is a very, very, very strong hawk-like person. And 9 times out of 10, that man is going to be stronger than you. And I don't want any women, and I understand that, but I don't want any women to get hurt because it's not fair. You know, you've already lost the battle because he is more manly than any of the Bravo celebrity men on Bravo. And I don't want any of y'all to get hurt. So please do not do anything to Roberto because Roberto is a man and you don't possess that strength. However, I do want to say that you do so much stuff on your show. And again, I don't condone violence. But you've done so many shady things. You've gone to Ashley's restaurant, put your hand in her face. You disrespected this person and that person and this cast member and that cast member and stuff like that. And then you lie. You blatantly lied so much. You want to keep your little job. You blatantly lied about things that were going on in your life. This is why people want to beat your ass. This is why people talking about you in the bathroom, Roberto. This is why people are thinking, should I go up to her and cuss her out when I see her out? Because of the things that you do on the show that you're on. And I understand that the show is complete. It is heavily edited. Absolutely. We do know that. However, they can only edit what you give them. And I'm pretty sure they didn't edit it to the point where we didn't see you get up on Wendy and walk up towards Wendy. Like, you ain't gonna sit here and play victim and act like you don't act big and bad and bold and tough in certain situations am I tripping? I feel okay. So going back into the situation with him and Juan, I feel like there should absolutely be some consequences and repercussions. I think that Roberto, I think it's more of a slap in the face because of the way he has been all season. You've been very antagonistic. You've been very disrespectful. You've been very rude. You've been very mean girl. You've literally put certain castmates in a position to feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. You've taken certain sides of certain like, there's no way that it was okay for you to record Wendy while she had gotten a drink thrown in her face for you, and you taking me aside and you saying Wendy's being antagonistic and this, that, and the third. Oh, but you could pull out a speaker and try to expose Candace, and she wasn't even talking about you. You can do all of this stuff and talk about how Karen is doing this and Candace is doing that and Jacqueline and Mia is doing this and all this other stuff, but you withheld information, your own tea, to talk about everybody else's tea. That's why people want to beat your ass in the bathroom at games. That's why. Because we see right through you, sir.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
I got two things I want to say, but I'm going to touch on the audio that you just played, because it was giving me, what if them wasn't no fans? What if it was the girl?
Oh,
okay.
Or one of the girls. One of the girls, allegedly.
Hip it to the hip. Hop and you don't stop.
Okay. To the bang, bang, boogie.
That's what it was giving me, one of Juan hoes. Yeah. That's what it was giving me. That's the first thing that I would have thought of.
Yep. And at the end of the day, you can't get mad that Juan is tired of being in the same sex relationship.
I mean, he want to try something different. I've said that.
He wants to be with women.
He want to be with women. He don't want to be gay no more.
He don't want to do that no more.
He tried it with you. He tried it with Michael. It didn't work.
It don't work. And he has that right. He has that right.
Absolutely.
He has that right. That is
absolutely. If that man want to change his mind, he has the right. That's what laws are here for.
You gave him 2 kids, and even you haven't seen the tonight's episode, but and maybe it's me, but it ain't even look like he was happy damn wet.
He ain't never happy.
He didn't look happy at the damn wedding. So I don't know. But
that man's trapped. That man is trapped. The second thing I was getting ready to say is that you brought something else up that stood out to me. Much like when we just did the Grammys tonight. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't watched our Grammy video, it's up right now where we did the red carpet review. and Jack Harlow was on the red carpet and he was wearing OJ gloves, and that's when we put 2 and 2 together that he was in fact the killer. Tonight, when you brought up the FOI, fruit, it made me put 2 and 2 together, and it made me realize, what if Robyn Dixon is really one of Elijah Muhammad's illegitimate children, because she got a traitor spirit about her. She gives me
and Elijah Muhammad's children are known to be fair skinned because
and remember he had a whole bunch of baby mamas.
He had a lot of baby mamas, and her mom looks like his type. His mom looks like Elijah Muhammad's type. I'm just saying. Just saying. And he went for the young Jones.
Yeah.
She's a lot younger than he was.
So I'm gonna put it out here that Robyn is one of the people that killed Malcolm. Yep. She was one of the shooters that got away. She was one of the shooters that got away.
let me get this straight, Keisha. Hold on, wait.
Yep. I don't care. I don't care if she was 5.
Are we confirming?
Yep.
That Roberto
Dixon.
Roberto Henry Percy.
Yep.
Paul
Cleophas.
Michael Cleophas.
Yep.
Clifford.
Yep.
Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Dixon.
Yep.
Was one of the assassins of the formidable Malcolm X.
Sure was.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
It started with Wanda has now officially become unsolved mysteries, because we are out here improving the world and solving mysteries
for
one
sure.
by one.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you know what, friend? I'm gonna tell you why I believe that. I believe that because if you look at his posture and his shoulders, it emulates the FOI and how those brothers walk and how those brothers hold themselves, and also how they are so protective over their women, like how he's protective over Jezebel. Them brothers don't play about them women. They don't play about them women. They take karate. And he said he wanted to take jujitsu. You know they taught karate classes at the man. They teach karate at the man's gym.
This is what I do. I solve mysteries.
Oh yeah.
I solve mysteries.
Oh yeah.
She killed him.
Roberto killed Malcolm. Roberto killed Malcolm. Yes, he did. Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah. Yes, he did. And the fact that, and look, my TV is on mute right now, y'all, but I'm actually watching the season finale of Potomac, and he is exercising right now with his children. He's struggling, but he's exercising nonetheless. And the thing about it is, he has the strength to hold. He had the strength at 5 to hold a gun, because right now he has the strength to walk up on Wendy, almost assault Ashley. He killed Malcolm. Yeah. He did it, Keisha. I believe that. Yep. I believe that. And I appreciate you for bringing that to the forefront, because that's something that they should be exploring on next season as well.
Yeah.
The fact that he is a liar and a killer.
Yep. He tries to hide his masculinity, but it just peeks out. Calling for a petition for him to be fired. He is insubordinate. How you say it? Insubordination.
Insubordination. He's insubordinate. He's insubordinate.
He needs to be fired. And what cracks me up is, out of everybody on that cast, you need the money the most. And sitting up here playing in these folks' face like you just have the liberty to be out here doing what you want to do. It's giving me like I don't have a boss. I can do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I ain't got to answer to nobody.
And now, Funky Dineva said that Hoselle has an EP credit. I don't know how
she does not. No, that wasn't.
I'm about to say I didn't think so either.
No, I think what he misunderstood, because I watched that And I think he misunderstood Carlos
What
calling her the
Carlos was saying, the
EP.
EP.
Yeah, because she does not have a
She doesn't
executive
have an
producer.
EP credit. She doesn't.
No,
I didn't
'cause
think she had
I
one
was
either.
like, what?
He
And I had
calls
to go
her. He
back and
calls her that as a
confirm.
compliment, but I don't think she
Yeah,
has
no,
that.
I actually went back and looked at the credits, and I went on IMDb. She does not have an EP credit at all.
I didn't think so. Yeah, I didn't think
because
so.
first of all, she wouldn't have got one no way, and she wasn't even the girl that put the cast together.
Right.
It was Charisse, and even
Right.
it don't even matter if you help put the cast together; they still don't give you no credit.
Right.
So that was wrong. But
yeah, I thought so. I think he thinks because Hosel, and what irritates me too, this is on topic but slightly off. It irritates me how they hold Giselle, or how they put Giselle on this pedestal, like she ain't going nowhere, she ain't this, she ain't that. She brings nothing to the show.
Child.
Like the fact that y'all keep rewarding this lady and she has done absolutely nothing but stir the pot. Like, it makes no sense. Like, stop rewarding that nonsense. Like, she shouldn't have had a seat next to Andy at the reunion. She shouldn't be she shouldn't be the face of the show anymore, especially because she helped her boyfriend cover this up. Like, it irritates me so bad how y'all just hold this how y'all just put this lady on this pedestal and she don't do shit. Like, she don't do nothing. Like, Giselle does nothing.
No, but you know what? I think the viewers do tend to get it messed up, because what Bravo will do is they'll keep you around for a minute, even though the audience is sick of you and they call for you to be fired and let go. It takes them a minute though to do it, but they will eventually do it. A la Nene, a la Serena, a la Vicky Gunvalson, Tamra Judge, Dorinda Medley. All of these people will get the axe at some point, and Giselle is not exempt from getting the axe, because I think what people fail to believe is, yeah, you're a great part of the cast, you're integral to the cast, it's good to have you on here because you bring something to it, but everybody is replaceable. There is a million Giselles out there. There is a million women that will get on there and stir the pot. Like, that's literally all she does. But if you pay attention, even Giselle isn't as comfortable, because guess what she's done for this upcoming season? She done hired her boyfriend, the dude from Winter House. Now you gonna be in this older woman, younger man relationship. Girl, okay.
Giving Real Housewives of New York.
Yeah, I'm seeing opportunists. I'm seeing storyline with these two. I don't know. No, not at all. Not at all. Because on that show, he didn't even look at Black women. He dated a Chinese girl and a white girl. Now all of a sudden he dating Giselle Old Tail. Okay. Anywho, so Giselle knows that she even has to step it up for this next season, because everybody's been calling her out for not having a storyline outside of trying to ruin other people's relationships and lying on folks. So I feel like even if they do bring back Robyn, I feel like she needs to be demoted as a friend of, like they did Portia that one season. Like, something has to happen to her, because they demoted Portia for fighting and acting a fool. They fired Kenya that one season for getting married off the show and not wanting to show her husband. So the same thing needs to happen.
Oh, I didn't know Kenya got fired for a season before.
Yeah. She had got fired when she married Mark off camera and got pregnant. That was the season she got pregnant with her daughter, and she went on the show. And then she came back the year following. But yeah, that's why she got in trouble. So I feel like one or the two needs to happen to Robyn. I firmly want her to come back. I do want her to come back.
The only reason why I want her to come back is because I want her held to the fire, and I want I want her castmates to get their just due and to eat her up. Exactly, because they deserve that much. But my thing is, even if they don't demote her or make her a friend of the show, I want that salary decreased significantly. And I am not, as much as I dislike people, especially Black men and women and men in Robyn's case, I am all for Black people evolving financially. I would never, ever, ever want anybody, I would never want anybody's income to be affected. But I'm sorry, his income needs to be affected.
Yeah,
his income, because this is crazy. You done messed with Bravo's income, so they need to mess with yours.
Exactly, because how you gonna get on Beyonce's internet and have the nerves to not only break the news off the show, but then have the audacity to part them white woman's lips of yours and tell people they gotta pay $5 on Patreon to get the rest of the tea. When these people are paying you money that people wish that they can make in a year to be yourself and to give your reality, and you've been doing everything but. Like, even if I feel like if they don't bring her back, then on that 30-minute special with Andy better turn her butt up. Andy better turn her butt up and fire
He's
her
mad.
ass.
So I think he's gonna eat her. He's gonna eat her up. I'm hoping I wish it was Carlos. I just want them to put their pride aside and just let Carlos come do these reunions and something. Let him do something. Like something. Cause like her actions were completely unacceptable. That was completely unacceptable. And then for you to have the balls, because we know you got balls, but for you to have the balls and be disrespectful and even make people pay on Patreon to listen to you tell the story, it's like it's a slap in the face to everybody. So you can capitalize off of that, but the network that is paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars and the network that has put you in a position where you and Juan can have this nice house now. They moved you was able to move out of your little townhouse. Then you got this nice house. You done started a business line. You got in the real estate. The very network that puts you in a position to gain these opportunities, you literally took from them and to capitalize off of it, and in the process lied and put your castmates in it. Like, you really messed up the church's money. Like, it was very selfish. It was super disrespectful, and something needs to be done. And something needs to be done to Giselle too, because the fact that you knew it, and again, I can't expect her to throw her boyfriend or her male best friend outside of Kyle under the bus. Like, I can't expect her to do that. But it is just mind-boggling to me how Giselle is so quick to stir. You can literally watch it. If y'all pay attention and they at dinner scenes, you can literally see Giselle looking around to see what she get ready to start up. The fact that you just never, ever thought that you could just say anything to Roberto, but you could do that to everybody else. You could put Karen on the spot, Candace, Ashley, Wendy, Mia. Like, you done put everybody on the spot, but you could you couldn't say nothing to him, to Roberto. I don't know if it's because Roberto is a white woman or a white man, and you maybe thought that there would be a Karen reaction or something. I don't know, but it's trifling and it's not cool.
I don't expect for Giselle to out her friend or anything.
No,
like
I don't
that.
I don't either. But the thing is, though, when you are and I'm using air quotes right now, the Giselle Kobe Bryant.
Well, she's not that. That's what one person called her. We
no,
don't think
I know.
that at all.
Right. Well, I damn sure don't think that. But when you are, at the end of the day, Giselle is, I don't want to say the glue, but her and Karen are like, the OGs, the glue or whatever. Even if she didn't do, like, I still feel like she should have maybe told Robyn, okay, this is gonna come out somehow. This is how we need to handle it. Something. But for you to basically help her cover it up, I just find that corny, and I find it hypocritical, because everybody else, nobody is off limits. Nobody is off limits. And for y'all to work together to basically cover this up, and then use it to your advantage to capitalize off of it and profit off of it on Patreon is just wild to me. I don't like it.
I agree with that, but what I was saying was, I don't think.
No, I get exactly what you're saying, because it's her friend at the end of the day, so she ain't gonna throw her friend in the bus.
Yeah.
But
no, let me finish, nigga.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
But sorry. No, what I was getting ready to say was, when the news came out and the girl went to the dude Giorgio on TikTok with her receipts or whatever, I feel like either that's when Robyn actually found out the truth, or she already knew the truth, or whatever. However she found out about it, when she knew that she was going to have to admit it, and she ran her story past Giselle. As her friend, I would have been like, girl, that is the dumbest excuse I've ever heard in the world. Like, you gonna have to come up with something better than that. I can't sit next to you and co-sign that foolishness, girl. You gonna have to just tell the truth.
You know the craziest part? Roberto has a background in PR.
She was, that's why she don't no more. That's why they was broke. Think about it, their first season. She was broke because she was a horrible public relations. But no, she was horrible at it. Obviously. Horrible.
Clearly.
Horrible. That's why they was over there struggling season 1. Girl, she can't represent a frog. No, girl, absolutely not. And like I said, as her friend, I would have been like, your best bet, girl, instead of this lie that you done came up with, is you and Juan, first of all, need to put out a statement, not just you, because why are you the one that's going to take the brunt of everything? You need to make him stand up and take accountability for it. He should have been the one that put out a statement, not even her. First of all, I feel like if he would have been the one to put out a statement, the heat wouldn't have been on her as much. But once again, he left her out there to dry because he don't care. That man ain't said nothing.
I'm about to say, because the thing is, I haven't heard, like, the thing is, everybody has been talking about Roberto. Nobody has, Juan hasn't even crossed my mind. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And he the one that did it. He's the one that did it. And you sitting up here taking a fall for him. And my question is, why? You want him that bad? Like, really, what is it about Juan that you want so bad? Because at this point, I feel like it's a situation where she's trying to prove to the world that he really does love me and that he wanted to marry me again. And that's not what it's given, girl. It's given obligation. It's given, I don't make enough money to afford to live on my own. It's
given convenience.
You're all I've ever known.
Yes, it's giving comfort. And it's given siblings. Honestly, it's given incest, to be honest. It really,
honestly is, because there is no romantic anything between them.
Right. And I just don't think she wants to start over and start dating and trying to find somebody new, because Roberto couldn't even get up in the morning to wake the kids up to get them to school, get them ready for school in the house. School was in the living room.
And that was the year he cheated. Because remember, he's like, he said this ain't
attractive.
It's unattractive.
It's unattractive.
Because my other bitch getting up.
Yep. and getting flued out on your
on your dime, because he didn't make enough money.
Talking about she lost her wallet and he felt bad and he put it on his debit card.
For a person you don't know. Girl, the lies was so stupid.
Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, this is just absolutely preposterous. And what's even more, like, if I was Candace, I would, like, out of everybody, if I was Candace and Wendy, I would be furious. Like, furious. Even though he played the role of, I don't think Chris did anything wrong, and so what? Like, and you knew that your friend was lying. Like, y'all literally chose to come here and to come on this season and lie about that girl husband when you actually had a storyline, your own storyline. Like, that is wild to me. Like, that is so crazy. Like, that is just so disrespectful. And you need your ass beat. That's why people trying to beat you up in the bathroom. But again, I don't want y'all to get hurt because it's a man. Unless y'all gonna get one of your boyfriends to do it. Don't fight him.
Yeah. I totally agree. But Juan has once again made her look like a fool. I feel like Juan is doing all of this as payback because that woman lost all that man money.
All that money.
Like, I'm gonna make you pay for this. You're gonna pay for losing all my money. I'm gonna make you look like a fool every chance I get. And he does it every chance he gets, honey.
Yeah.
Every chance. How I call you
and
you go off on me, making me look stupid for even calling you. You were supposed to play along.
Yep.
This is why I don't believe her story about she knew going into season 7. You didn't know. You didn't know nothing. You didn't know anything. That's why he reacted the way he reacted. Talking about some, I love you and our family, and they trying to break it up. Don't call me with that or whatever. I feel like no. Let me say this. I feel like she'd heard the rumors. She confronted him about it. He like, Robyn, ain't nobody cheating on you. Gone with that. Like, don't be listening to them blogs. You know, people be making up stuff. Like, you tripping. I feel like that's why when she called him while they were filming, that's why he went off. Like, we already talked about this. Don't call me with that silly shit. I honestly believe that lady didn't know the truth until 3 weeks ago when we found out. I really honestly do. I don't think that she knew anything going into season 7 because it don't add up. Because when they were sitting at that table and Karen brought it up to her, the first thing that came out of her mouth is, I've never heard that. So if you go into season 7 already knowing about it, why would you sit there and say, I ain't never heard that? And here goes Giselle, I ain't never heard it either.
Yep.
I thought you knew about it though. And you said that you went into season 7 waiting on somebody to bring it up. And then when they brought it up, you said you never heard of it because you didn't. You're lying.
And that's what I'm saying. I think she had heard things happening, but I don't think she knew the specifics.
Exactly.
As far as the receipts go, stuff like that. I don't think she didn't have concrete proof. She didn't have a name or a face. I think she just heard rumors. Or she heard of maybe, or even if she did, she didn't know which one it was because Juan has been allegedly with not just one person, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, allegedly it's been multiple, like, I think she thinks that, like, I think she was either under the impression that it was somebody else no, she didn't. I don't think she knew. She didn't know.
Because remember, she was like, why would any of our men be caught dead walking with a woman in Georgia? Like, she did not know.
And as a viewer, and y'all know, T Squad, y'all know I'm from Philly, so I'm only about 2.5 to 3 hours away from DC. So I go to DC often. Like, I got a lot of friends from DC. So I'm very familiar with Georgetown. So when Karen said he was walking around Georgetown, like, that's kind of like somebody walking around Times Square holding hands with somebody in public. Like, Georgetown is I don't want to say it's a tourist attraction, but it's heavy traffic in Georgetown. People are seen there all the time. Like, Juan would be crazy to walk with somebody hand in hand in Georgetown. But at the same time, Juan really don't give a damn about his marriage. So there's that. Who knows? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But I didn't believe. I'm like, he probably cheating, but he ain't had nobody there no damn Georgetown.
I agree with that part.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that part. But even with her story of saying that he was talking to this girl and she comes into town and says that she lost her wallet and she don't have enough money to pay for her second night there. He is just a great Samaritan and decides to go down and put his card on file for a woman that he does not know and that he supposedly feels so bad for, knowing that, I'm a public figure and my fiance, baby mama, ex-wife is a public figure. This could look really bad. Why would I even put myself in that position?
Right.
And first of all, I don't even know you. You could be trying to gank me. You could be trying to, Yes.
But not only that, remember, she said that the girl was supposedly dating another DC athlete.
Well, no, she said the girl said she used to date somebody that was on the football team.
Ass. So, but my thing is, if I was Juan, I'd be like, I mean, did you call such and such? Because
and how you even that comfortable with asking me for money and we don't know each other?
Correct. My thing is, first of all, I want to see the DMs because I don't believe nothing she's saying. I don't believe nothing she's saying because she talk about all they used to talk about what, like, basically like it was platonic on Instagram. No, there's no way, because first of all, if she was DMing him, let's say she was DMing him for the sake of the story. Let's say she was DMing him. Why is he entertaining it in the first place?
Exactly. Well, she said he was bored. She was
right, exactly. Pandemic. But my thing is, boredom leads to a lot of other things. So she let's say she was checking his temperature. Juan fell for the bait. They started communicating. My thing is, they had to exchange numbers at some point. They ain't keep talking on Instagram. Like, this is like, he never flew her out. I looked up the credit card. It was a different credit card. Even if the credit card that was used was the girl's, that don't mean Juan ain't give her the money for it. Cash App exists. Does it not? Venmo exists. Zelle exists. So even if it wasn't his credit card, that don't mean he ain't put the money in that girl account. That girl could, I got Navy Federal. Okay. I got TD Bank. I got Bank of America. It ain't nothing for him to go there and slide a couple $100 in that girl account so she could book her flight.
Yeah.
And the girl know he married, so she like, no, don't put it on your card because you know that's gonna be a red flag. Just give me the money. I'm gonna put it on mine. Did anybody figure that?
And my thing was, he paid for that second night because she was supposed to come in for one night. They was gonna kick it, and I feel like they smashed, and it was good. And he wanted her to stay another night, and he said, "I'll pay for the second night." She probably did fly herself in and pay for the night because she's stupid. But I can see him very much being like, "All right, I'll pay for the, the next, for the second night." And my thing is, she lost her wallet. How she get back home?
I honestly think he paid for the flight, and she paid for her stay at the hotel for the first
but
night.
No,
like
friend,
you say,
if she lost her wallet, how did she get back on the plane home?
Exactly.
Halfway, you need your ID.
Yep.
So how you get back to Canada without your ID?
Right. Well, no, with nothing. Because you know what? I just went to Florida in December, and I randomly asked the TSA people there because I always wanted to know that. Like if somebody went on vacation and they didn't have the idea, they came over to the airport, what do they do? The guy in TSA said that they take like you would have to show them 2 forms, like 2 something with your name on it. So like 2 credit cards or a debit card and a credit card or something. But if she lost her whole wallet, that means she didn't have anything. So what she do? Caught the bus?
Exactly. You caught the bus or you caught the train home? Because you don't need an ID to get on the train.
No, you don't.
Except for when no, that's a lie. Because when you do check in, you do have to show them your ID at the check-in booth. But when you get on the train, all they do is check your ticket. But yeah, she would have had to catch the megabus home, and you ain't catching no megabus all the way to Canada.
All the way to Canada. Unless she caught the megabus to New York and then did something from New York to get to Canada. But child,
girl, yeah, lies
Wanda's a cheater
everywhere.
Yeah, it's giving cheater from the 90s. And the thing is, and I really want to know what production has. I got questions for production. I got questions for the network because 1, I want to know what is being done about this. 2, y'all have to tell them up front, these are the repercussions if XYZ happens. Like,
yeah, they need to start having more rules on these heifers because they just getting out of line. They getting out of control.
It's giving you ain't even scared. Like you like not even like you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? It's giving like what they gonna do to me? Like it's giving like that's the attitude I'm getting from it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and now you embarrassed and you're also gonna like, I can't wait till next season. I hope they eat her alive with a fork and a knife at the dinner. I don't even want to see storylines from the cast members with their families and stuff. I don't need to see Eddie. I don't need to see Chris. I don't need to see none of Giselle kids. I want to see the castmates together every single scene, cussing her ass out. That's what I want to see. I don't need to see nobody else storyline. That need to be the storyline. I just want y'all to eat her up. Eat her up. And you were so pressed to expose Karen. Oh, here go Blue Eyes, y'all. This, that, and the third. Whole time, I was about, I keep forgetting I can't cuss. Whole time, your fiance is DMing a girl, paying for flights and hotels. Girl, bye.
And my thing is, the reason why you divorced him all them years ago, because he couldn't stand you no more because you lost all his money, and then he cheated on you.
Yes.
And then he cheats on you again, and you still marry him? Okay.
Right. Oh. But you know, the people also said that they felt like she married him, so she couldn't testify against him for that cop and stuff.
I mean, it's so much. And then I feel like she felt like she had to marry him because Andy was already looking at her like, you gonna have to do something, darling. Right. I really feel like that's why they got married after that Watch What Happens Live episode earlier in the season. Andy was like, I don't know nothing about no wedding because you ain't filmed nothing.
Right, right.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, sister girl. But I keep on saying that if she do come back next season, and I just want this to happen regardless, I feel like Candace, Wendy, and Karen need to get together as a trio and dominate. Like, it's right there. Put y'all feelings aside and get in there and dominate, because all three of y'all together are shade assassins.
I'm gonna even throw Jacqueline in there to be to be with y'all on a slide or just a little bit.
She ain't afraid. She ain't afraid. She be cussing them out.
She do. And it looked like, so my TV was muted and I was like in and out, so I couldn't see what they were saying or anything like that. But it looked like she coming with receipts to the reunion.
Oh yeah, she is.
So yeah,
she is. But I would love to see them three versus Giselle, Robyn, and Mia. Because Giselle can't read in real life. Giselle only gets good reads in her confessional when she's had a chance to prepare something. But in real life, she be what? I don't know what she's talking about. Whatever. Andy. Next. Like, she don't never know what to say back. She never knows what to say back. And Robyn for damn sure can't read. She get to doing that high pitched voice. What are you talking about? I'm so happy Juan Dixon is
girl. Don't bring that up.
Girl,
I am so happy Juan Dixon is in here. And if he was,
like, who is he? Nigga, that nigga
who is Juan? Like, somebody's supposed to be scared of Juan.
Who is he?
Who is Juan? I want a girl.
LeBron or Michael level? Like,
I just want them to shake it up. And I know it's probably not going to happen, but I want my girl Monique back on there. They need to shake it up.
That'd be
get rid of Robyn and bring Monique back.
That'd be crazy if she came.
Wouldn't that be crazy? I just feel like in my heart of hearts, like I don't know why, y'all. When she didn't do Love and Marriage DC, part of me felt like, you know what, she gonna get this marriage back on track with her husband. Because I felt like that was smart. Because I feel like doing a reality TV show together is the quickest way to get a divorce. But I feel like she's gonna get this together. And I don't know why, but I feel like at some point she's going to come back to Potomac because I feel like she got unfinished business over there.
Yeah, I do feel like she has unfinished business, but I don't know because I've been following her and it seems like was going through an internal battle outside of what was going on in her marriage. And it seems like she was going through like some type of spiritual awakening type of thing because
I can see that
her and her family this is about maybe 2 months ago, they went on a family vacation to Africa. And then she stayed back for like 2 extra weeks. And I was following her and she was going on these guided tours with other people where they were going to all of the Egyptian tombs and all of that stuff, and she was just so happy and into it and just so at peace. Yeah, so I feel like she
don't want that drama in her life.
Changed. Yeah, I don't feel I feel like that's another reason why she didn't come back to Love and Marriage DC because she didn't have a great season. The viewers didn't like her on the show. Her marriage was in shambles. I feel like she was going through her own spiritual stuff. And I think she's just trying to find who she is as a person. So
I can see that.
I don't even necessarily, if it's going to mess with her mental,
I wouldn't want that for her. Yeah, I wouldn't want that for her.
Because it's a lot to deal with Candace. Because
it is a lot.
I will end up choking her again.
Yep, me too.
And she still be saying crazy stuff about that lady.
About Monique. Yep.
And it's just like, you ain't learned nothing. And I don't even still like Candace. I liked her this season.
I liked her this season. No, I did like her this season. And I was on her side when it came to the altercations that she was in. Right. But I didn't forget about everything else she's done in the past. She ain't getting a clean slate. No. She ain't getting a clean slate. No.
That lady is the devil. I never forget. And it's like I want them to eat Giselle up and Robyn up, but then it's the same token. That's what y'all get. That's what you get, especially you, Candace. That's what you get. Because I don't understand how in God's green earth did you think that Giselle would ever care about you and your marriage? You didn't. You thought you was exempt.
My thing is, you said yourself on a live, Candace, that after Andy's baby shower, a group of y'all met up, went to dinner, and they were literally plotting to start a rumor about Monique. Why would you ever think that you were exempt? Exactly. And I feel the way you feel about especially Candace, I feel like especially Wendy, because Wendy, you came on the show trying to be Joe with them, taking their side, and all of this, and now 2 seasons in a row. This season, you done got assaulted, you done got attacked.
Robyn and TMZ,
you got assault. You got physically assaulted by a trainee.
girl.
You done had a man walk up on you and try to attack you.
She pissed me off her first season. Like, Monique never did nothing to you.
Nothing
You
to
just
you.
sided with them.
Yep.
Act like you couldn't stand her. Never even got to know the lady.
Yep.
At all.
Yep.
At all. And look at it. They never liked you neither. They just used you as a pawn to get what they wanted, which was Monique off the show.
Right.
And then for Candace to say that she looked up to Robyn out of everybody on this show.
Out of everybody. That threw me off. That threw me off, though.
Like, what?
That absolutely threw me off when she was saying, like, out of everybody, she was closest to Robyn. Because I always thought her and Wendy were close. Like, I didn't think she was close. Like,
I think that with her and Wendy, you know how they bring these people onto the show and make it seem like they're actually friends with these people. And like, they brought them in. I think there's a situation where Wendy got casted, but I don't think they were ever really friends in real life. I think that because they've already let it be known that that's what they do. They'll have a girl come on and say, "Okay, we're gonna
somebody's there segue."
Yeah, but I don't think they was ever really friends like that. I think they became friends on the show.
Right. And I agree. They talk when they're filming, but when they're not filming, it's like, catch you when I catch you, like, or see you when I see you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I get from that. I liked Wendy this season. I liked Candace this season. Of course, I always love the Grand. I just ordered a candle from the Grand Dame. Her candles are 25. I will. It's their 25% off for Valentine's Day. She's having a Valentine's Day special. So so I bought one. But I'll let you know how it smells. I actually like Jacqueline. Like, I think I like Jacqueline. I liked the Scholar last year. But the viewers apparently didn't take to a Scholar, but I did like a Scholar.
No, they actually wanted a Scholar to come back this season.
That's what I thought. Carlos said that the viewers didn't
yeah,
like
they were
Scholar,
rooting for her to come back, but I don't feel like she made I didn't feel like she made a big impact.
She could have done more. I liked her. I don't know why. I don't even know why I liked her. But
I thought she was cool.
I did like her.
I thought she dressed nice, but I feel like Jacqueline has made more of an impact, even outside of her and Mia's situation, because even with that situation with her and Candace, she got with Candace real quick, and Candace didn't even know what to do. Yeah, Candace was kind of looking like, oh, she might punch me for real.
Right.
And then even when Giselle tried to start that mess at the table, Tom said, y'all all right? What's going on with y'all? She was like, look, we'll handle this when we handle this, because she saw right through Giselle and saw what Giselle was trying to do. And she was like, we'll handle this on our own time. And all of y'all need to mind y'all business. And I was like, oh, okay, Jacqueline. I like Jacqueline. I want to see her.
I like Jacqueline too.
Things. I really honestly do.
But I definitely hope they bring her back. And I want her to come back and upstage Mia's ass, because that's what you get, bringing that girl on the show to try to embarrass her. And now she a fan, and I want her to become a fan favorite, and they don't nobody like your ass.
Yeah, but back to Candace looking up to Robyn. I just don't like. What are you looking up to?
Nothing.
Her masculinity, her broad shoulders. Are you looking up to the fact that she don't know how to balance a checkbook? Are you looking up to her non-marriage, like what her bad kids?
I'm about to say her horrible parenting skills.
Like, I'm so confused.
Her atrocious fashions, her horrendous confession looks. Literally in the last 7 seasons, Robyn has had one nice confessional look, and that was when she had that bun with the bang.
Yep.
Other than that, every other look was horrendous. Do you look up to the fact that she's in a same-sex relationship with Juan, but a lesbian relationship with Giselle at the same time? Because that does show versatility. So maybe that's what she looks up to.
I honestly am just baffled by that. Like, I'm like, and then I'm looking like, and I said this in my video, I believe I did, but to me, Giselle and Robyn have come up with a game plan where Giselle is the bad cop and she's the good cop, but they're still working together. So even with Robyn going to Candace and saying, well, I didn't believe that, Chris did that.
It was calculated.
Girl,
I agree.
At the end of the day, that's still her best friend, bro. She knew what she was gonna do going into this season. She knew what she was gonna bring that stuff up. Did she warn you? Did she try to tell you? No.
Right.
No. And at the
I
end of the day,
agree.
she always gonna have Giselle back over anybody's.
Oh yeah.
They gonna protect each other at all costs.
Yeah, those lesbians got to stick together. They
But if you also
in the
pay
same
attention,
bed.
Giselle be slipping up and telling that girl business. So I honestly feel like Robyn, you expendable too. At the end of the day, if it became between you and this show, Giselle gonna choose this show over you.
And that's what Carlos was saying, or Funky, not even one of them was saying that this was probably I'm hoping anyway, but I feel like this was probably a lesson learned for both of them, because now I feel like, because now they both about to be held to the fire, Giselle not about to mess up her bag or nothing else for Robyn going forward. I doubt it.
Hell no.
I doubt it. The most she'd do is give her the most she'd probably do is give her a heads up, or try to help her get ahead of it. Like, all right, look, we're gonna go to Karen house, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna say this, you gonna ask that, like, no. And my thing is, if you don't want to be even like Ashley has dealt with some wild stuff from her husband, like every single back to back, and she has been, one thing you cannot say, Ashley has been extremely forthcoming about what has gone on in her marriage. I respect her so much for that, because she has told, like, even some of the stuff she even revealed, like, she didn't have to reveal, because it was like she could have just stuck with what was going on in the blogs, but she revealed more stuff, like threesomes and stuff that they've had. Like, she didn't have to say all of that, but she's been very forthcoming about what goes on in her life. So I just, and y'all love to sit there and question her, and not that Ashley don't do the same because she's messy, but I feel like when you are forthcoming about what's going on in your life, you got the right to be messy and ask some questions. I'm gonna give you that. Like, Giselle, we don't know nothing about you. You don't have the right to be messy and ask questions. I'm sorry. Like,
even Karen has dealt with things on this show. With her mom and them dying, Ray's tax issue, which became her issue. And then let's not forget that horrible season where he was acting funny towards her. And then when he would tell her he loved her and all of that shit, like, what? Like, no. And even Candace with dealing with her ignorant, mangy mama, and then dealing with her broke husband and his
kids,
killer kids,
illegitimate kids,
killer kids of his. Like, and that's another situation, honey, that Candace gets her behind on this show and act like she married Bill Gates. She act like she married the finest white man on earth, and be going against Ashley. I'm like, at least Ashley married a man with money.
A millionaire.
You over here married to the cook at Fridays.
Yes.
Make it make sense.
Your husband
trailer trash
makes Lunchables. Like, so well, the people say he could cook, but regardless, he ain't got no coin.
He ain't got no coin, and you set up, like, you want to talk about no. Let me get this off. You want to sit up on this show on your high horse, Mighty Mouse, and act like everybody else's husband is this, that, and the third. When you set up her and married a man that didn't have no money like that, but that's fine if that's what you want to do. Okay, but then you married a man that was comfortable enough to sit there and split the mortgage with your mama.
Yeah, no.
You can't say nothing to nobody about nothing.
No, nothing.
It was more than just you living in your mama's house. That's fine if you live in your mama's house and you paying
the crazy thing is, if he was black, do you know
they would have ate him up.
They would have ate him up. Oh my goodness, he wouldn't have stood a chance if he was black.
Nope.
He would not have stood a chance.
Then on top of that, he got 3 kids. One he ain't got no relationship with. The other 2 we just saw a few seasons ago. They look weird. Like, girl, make it make sense. Make you lie that once he's talking about he owned that barbecue restaurant. Use a lie he worked there. He never owned nothing.
I remember that. He did not own that restaurant.
Did not own nothing. Nothing.
He did not own that restaurant.
Nothing. So you ain't got room to talk about nobody. All right, you guys. That was our views on Roberto and Juan, child. Let us know down below in the comment section what y'all think about Potomac in general, this whole situation. Let's talk down below. Remember to be respectful, have your opinions, don't attack others for theirs. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Okay? Say bye, Cherita.
Bye, T Squad. It was I missed y'all. It was good chatting with y'all. I will see y'all next time.
All right, y'all. Peace.